Hi there. This short video is for anybody that wants to improve primarily the base game tiles for Mage Knight. There's another expansion looming, so there might be more people getting into this game, or people that want to tidy up the base game tiles. We played this recently, and it bothered me that the base game tiles, which are all here, the edges, as people will know, were really poor quality, to be honest. WizKid's done a great job on the laminating of the surface of these tiles. They're really hard wearing, but the edges, to be honest, were pretty rubbish. They were like soft separating card and very like feathery tethered edge and wispy. So on a couple of the tiles, or a few tiles, the layers were actually separating, and on practically every tile you could feel a wispy edge where they weren't cut or laminated to the core very well. And what I've done with these, and I'd done it before on, it was the Manhattan project, the nice tokens in there, I blackened the core with a ink marker, and then I've sealed the edges with this varnish over here, which is basically a water-based silk varnish, and the result is really good. The tiles have got a very hard sealed edge. If you see, they look great. Here's the Lost Legion tiles, which I haven't done yet, which I must say the quality of the Lost Legion tiles is perfect. It's brilliant. They're cut really well and the edges are finished perfect, so they're good. But I'm going to do a demonstration on them, how I've done these. But these were not, and now they are. They're great. So they got the black edge finish, and they're a good, strong, hard. There's none of that wispiness now. I did have to use the Pritt stick glue, where some of it had started separating the layers, and I did that first. Then I used a black ink pen to go round all the edges. It's a lot quicker than you think. And then this afternoon I varnished all the edges with the quick drying varnish, and they're really hard and smooth now, the edges. I hope that picks it up on this, but all the tiles are the same. There's 20 in the base game, as you can see there. None of that wispiness. There's no sound there whatsoever. It's sealed and nice and strong, which is what I wanted. So you might wonder why the black edge. Well, I just think it looks neater. The varnish just does the job of sealing, but the black just kind of neatens the whole job up, and they're a good super strong tile now. Here are some tiles laid out. Now I straighten these after varnishing the edges, just by straightening them out, bending them on this flat hard surface, and they seem to have retained the shape. It's been a while now, and they absolutely lay flat as a pancake. So I would, before blackening the edges and varnishing the edges, I would leave them at room temperature, at least from a new game for sure, for at least 24 hours to allow the tile to acclimatise to the room, because you don't want to seal excessive moisture inside the tile itself. You definitely want that to escape first through the edges before sealing it up. And it seems to have done the trick with these, because they lie really flat, and they were not. They were quite, they would spin around because they'd be lifted and all over the show. They were not very good. The Lost Legion tiles, they're great, they're fine, but these were not. So, but now, after bending into shape with the sealed edges, they seem perfect. So first thing to do, so make the Lost Legion, of course, exactly the same, even though these are very good quality in the Lost Legion. This one I'm using, what you really want to use is a good fit chisel tip pen, and this one has like a liquid ink refills that go in the top. It was a cheap pen. I've got a few of these. So with the chisel, it just go from the centre, and this is really just to give it like a black core, which looks really neat and tidy, and just gives it that much better finish. And it's quite nice to do. It doesn't take long at all. Couple of strokes over each bit, each edge. It's quite therapeutic to do, and it's quite good because the result is really good from very like tethered flaky edges on the core game tiles. They really are nice and solid and robust now. I say I had a few that were starting to lift and come apart. As a lot of people with the base game will know, the edges of the tiles unfortunately were pretty poor. Right, nearly done one tile, see, so it doesn't take long at all. I mean, there's only 20 in the base game, and a lot less for the Lost Legion. I think it's only, is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. There you go, that's one completely blackened out. Oh, and it is permanent marker pen, this, permanent marker. Pure liquid ink, that's it. Should be able to get them anywhere. That's completely blackened out core now.
Go.
So here I am nearly on the last, nearly finished the last Lost Legion tile. It's literally took me a few minutes, that's all. Less than 5, that's for sure. And that's the telly going off, never mind. Nearly finished this one. Looking forward to that new expansion coming out. Is it Shades of Tesla or something? I vaguely remember. So that is now completely finished. Black permanent marker chisel edge pen. You can see now there's the Lost Legion tiles just done, and they now have the black edge, just the same as all the base game. And what I shall do now is apply some varnish. Now this varnish, like I say, it's quick cure and it literally dries really quick. And by coating the edge of the tiles, the varnish will soak into the edge and it will make it really tough and strong, the edge, which is a real bonus on these that were wispy edged base tiles, because they're nice and strong now. Smooth, and because it's completely soaked in and sealed the edge, which is really nice and dries really quick. So the varnish does need to be really a quick, you would want it a quick drying one. This one is it says 100% cured in 12 hours, but quick dry in 1.5 quick dry, sorry, 1.5 hour recoat on this one. Non-yellowing, low odour. Well, you definitely want it non-yellowing really, because you don't want it damaging the tile. So let's just see how we apply this.
Yeah.
So just give it a good shake. Now of course you can get this in a small tin. This is stuff I had left over from work, from a job. So just pour a bit in there, that'll be ample. I say there's no danger, it's not going to damage anything, it works a treat. These tiles don't really need it on the Lost Legion. They definitely made a huge improvement on the base game. So what I found is, first of all, look for something. So I'll start at the castle and start at the furthest edge of the castle, and then I know when I come to the castle, because it'll soak in a bit, I've definitely done it. So you see quite a liberal coat there. Just using the edge of the brush, not the tip. And it's dead easy. You see it's just blackened it out completely, and this will form a very tough sealed edge, and they will butt up to each other perfectly well. The edge will be still completely flat and cut well because the varnish will soak in. So it's not just the actual edge, it will toughen up into the tile itself a little bit. So it's protecting it a great deal. I say the surfaces of the tiles are great anyway, even in the core game the surfaces got a nice like laminated finish, but it was let down by poor execution with the edge. And that tile is completely done now, because I know I'm up to the castle again. So always pick something on the tile that you're going to work up to. I can see now, you can see in the light. And then just use a piece of kitchen towel or something, the overspill, and don't be afraid to use a bit of saliva on your kitchen towel. It's the best thing, far better than water. It's in the building trade, which I've been in for 20 odd years, is what you must use for working with silicones and things, because water will not do, it will just drag, but saliva will give you a nice smooth finish. And there we go, just give it a quick rub off, and that is perfect now. So you see it's already starting to dry, and we'll have a sealed, nice sealed varnished edge. I've just finished the tiles now, so I've just separated them like so, just to let them dry. In about 5 minutes they're going to be dry, and it's took about 12 minutes to do them from start to finish, them 6 tiles. That's blacken the edges and varnish them, about 12 minutes for the 6 tiles, so not long at all. And in about 5 minutes they'll be super dry and be able to stack them. So just to recap, for people that want to do this, and you know, there might be people that have done their own solutions, or your set maybe did not need it, but mine certainly did, or did need it to toughen up the edges. It really did, my set. For any that had already started splitting, just some straight solvent-free Pritt stick, like the tubular glue. Get it in between all the little layers that have separated, and press it down firmly and give it a wipe and let that dry off. Let the tiles breathe at room temperature to make sure there's no moisture, excessive moisture in there. I've got just a permanent liquid marker pen for the edges, that was just personal choice to blacken them up, and then a polyurethane water-based quick cure varnish. I've used a silk finish that goes, and very quick drying, hard finish. And these should be ready and dry now. This is dry now. It's nice dry, as you can see. I don't know if you can see the semi-gloss. It's almost like plastic. The Mage Knight tiles look like they've got a nice plastic edge. Nice, very strong. And as you can see, the mat, the one thing I do like as well, once straightened out, they've remained completely flat. The tiles, look. There's no spinning of the tiles. They're lovely and flat now, and give it a right good finish, as I think you can tell. So hopefully this will help somebody. Just because I had the stuff out, I've done the same with the day-night board. Blackened up the edge and varnished it. That lays nice and flat too now. It seems to have stopped it from, every time I bent them before they curled back up, so it does seem to have sorted that. And the score sheet as well. Done the edge of that. So there you go. That is just a little tip for sorting out the problem with the edges of the base game tiles. I hope it can be of help to somebody if they fancy doing it. If any questions, just please ask me. And happy gaming. Thanks for watching.